Harold Halibut launched on April 16, 2024, after spending a decade in production.
Do not try to taste the disinfectant. Mist commences in 3. 3. Wait for it. 0.
The care and effort since the initial making of teaser in July of 2016 protrudes in every corner of this game, as Harold Halibut uses a combination of stop-motion clay models and explorable areas built from steel and metal to create what Slowbros calls a handmade narrative game about friendship and life on a city-sized spaceship submerged in an alien ocean. Harold Halibut is a story-centered video game, which I'm personally not a fan of. I yearn to play video games that feature action placed sporadically at frequent times, as my gift as a gamer ensures my ability to use all available buttons on a controller at the same time as much as possible.
I'm president!
But Harold Halibut is the exception to my displeasure, as you explore Harold's daily tasks around the Fedora, a city in the water that surrounds a planet that seems inescapable. Harold Halibut is the man you pilot around, as he frequently discusses his thoughts, questions, and observations with other people, along with himself.
I should just ignore her, or make stuff up. She's so clever, but she doesn't really listen anyway. Does she even care what I've been doing? I know. I'll bombard her with questions. She won't expect that. I'll ask her what she really found out after years of traveling. Or I'll ask her what she ever saw in me.
Harold is a handyman who works alongside Professor Morrow, a woman who strives to discover a way to continue the Fedora's path into space.
Why does that not surprise me?
The blue rock. It's gone.
You found it? You lost it?
It was stolen from Tommy's store.
This is utterly vexatious, Harold.
I know.
The game also introduces you to many favorable faces early into the adventure, who all have plenty of dialogue to spew and quest fetching to hand out. There's Felix, an adventurous child you meet at the beginning of the game, who seems to bear resemblance to Harold himself, as they both go crawling through the vents in the name of curiosity.
Ew. Okay. Yeah, that'll do.
Chris is a school teacher, who bears a striking resemblance to someone, can't quite put my finger on it. Cyrus is a researcher and smart guy, who gives Harold fish food while also developing a well-thought-out plan to launch the Fedora back into space. Sunny, Cyrus's daughter who works at a mercantile, often provides useful items to Harold as he vaguely describes a problem that requires the need of her wares. Captain Zoya, pilot of the Fedora, fashion is dead in the future, and Brenna, the CEO of Allwater, a corporation aboard the Fedora. The main attraction is the captivating art style of Harold Halibut, as the appeal of each character having all of their dialogue, movements, natural standing poses, walking style, and head bobbing crafted by some person meticulously sculpting, pasting, and sewing together a tiny figure. It's mesmerizing, really, as it reminds me of other games that required plenty of hours of work. Cuphead is a big comparison I lean towards, as the game's bosses and protagonists were all drawn by hand, which proved difficult as they aimed for the game to be playable at 60 frames per second instead of the average 24 frames that Rubber Hose cartoons used to use. That is a whopping 16 drawings required to animate 1 second of gameplay. Have you ever made a flipbook with sticky notes? It can be a pain to have a ball bouncing from left to right. Imagine crafting an entire video game on this premise. What's most shocking to me is the Slowbros website only listing 13 people in the credits of this game. That is genuinely nuts, because this game can last 15 plus hours if you spend all your time looking for every side quest to complete, because it has taken a while to complete this game. This game can feel like a drag if you are like me and need something to explode every once in a while to rope you back into the immersion. So my personal recommendation is to play this game in short intervals, as if you were to slowly binge a TV show by watching only 1 or 2 episodes at a time. I want to dive deeper into the story of this game, but it needs to be discovered for the first time to feel the childlike wonder of the Fedora ship. I will summarize it as this: Harold sees the world differently from others, and expresses himself in the questions he asks and his isolated moments where he randomly breaks out into song and mnemonic tasks lists and summarization of events. He stumbles upon a fish when cleaning the filter one day, which is where the story begins to take off and Harold is able to step out into a much broader world beyond what he thought was originally capable. This even triggers a montage of getting to know the fish that he has become friends with. This game is absolutely worth a shot if you're looking for a good story with a unique perspective focused on the character and the style of art that accompanies his appearance. It is launched at $35, but it's also available on Game Pass and will eventually see a discount in the coming years if you are able to wait patiently to do so.
All water. We get you where you're going.
Graffiti. What good is asking where is home anyway? Where else are we gonna go? Could they just leave some notes around? I wonder if this is the Lightkeepers again, or just someone copying their style. Will they ever reveal themselves?
Please remember, the all-water tube system will shortly be closing for the night. Get snug, not stranded.